was supposed to be only four episodes in October. Of 2023 has turned into 400 episodes as of May 1st of 2026. I remember sitting at my altar, and I think I was 2 episodes in, and I remember hearing that sound that you go daily. Daily. What started 3 years ago as a dream has changed thousands of lives. 400 episodes, hundreds of guests, countless transformations. And today we celebrate. Today we honor. And today we step into a new season. Welcome to episode 400. Welcome to season 5. And welcome to the next chapter. The time is now. Well, hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. It's your girl, goddess, Nyomi Banks, and today is special. Today is special. Today is different. Today is episode 400. 400 episodes, y'all. 400. 400. This is 3 years of showing up. 3 years of sharing stories, 3 years of healing, 3 years of growing, and 3 years of doing the work together. And y'all, I have so much to share with you today. So much to celebrate. So much to announce and so much to invite you into. So let me welcome you properly with our new opening for the season. Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am so glad that you are here. As we continue to transform in life, so does this podcast. In season 5, we're moving differently, more intentional, more action, less learning, more doing, less waiting, and more living. This is a space where we don't just talk about self-love, we practice it. We don't just discuss transformation, we live it. Every episode is an invitation to do the work with me, not just listen to me talk about it. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself intentionally is a foundation of true transformation. So get ready, get your journal, get your pen, because in season 5, we're doing the work together. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people, all right. So you just heard the new opening. The new opening is a new energy. You know what? Because today, that's what today is all about. It's about a new evolution. It's about transformation. It's about growth. It's about growth. And before we talk about what's coming, let me talk about what's been, all right? But before we dive into this celebration, we're going to ground ourselves with a guided meditation. Because today is special. Today is episode 400. Today is where we honor what's been and step into what's coming. So wherever you are right now, all right, it's time to close your eyes if you can and get comfortable. All right? So wherever you are right now, just close your eyes if you can and get comfortable. Place one hand on your heart and take a deep breath in. Now slowly release and say quietly to yourself, I celebrate how far I've come. Now inhale, exhale. I honor the transformation I've experienced. Inhale. Exhale. Now, I step into this new season with intention. Inhale. Exhale. The time is not someday. The time is now. Inhale. Exhale. I am ready for season 5. I am ready to do the work. Now one more breath in. Release. Now say, I am reclaimed. I am unashamed. I am ready. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes and let's celebrate. All right, my beautiful people. Oh, and if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, it's something that we do every episode. And even though today is a very, very special episode, as we are celebrating our 400 episode, a 400 episode. Do you know how many conversations that is? Do you know how many conversations that is? How many stories, how many tears, how many breakthroughs, how many revelations, how many transformations? 400. When I started this podcast 3 years ago, I didn't know if anyone would listen. I didn't know if it would matter. I didn't know if it would last. Remember, I told you I started this podcast, The Season of Self-Love, as just a segment for a month on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. It was a gift for myself for my 51st birthday, because I had talked about self-love over there at Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. And I knew the gift for myself in my new book of my 50s, and my new 50, my book of 50 life is to know about what truly self-love is. And I knew I was going on this self-love journey, and I didn't want to go on this journey alone. I knew this journey that I had been on, that I knew it was a wonderful journey that I was going on, and I wanted to share it. And so what was supposed to be only four episodes in October of 2023 has turned into 400 episodes as of May 1st of 2026. I remember sitting at my altar, and I think I was 2 episodes in, and I remember hearing that sound that you go daily. Daily. And I was already nervous on how I was going to do this season of self-love. And if anybody is here from day one, knew how we started off with, even the meditations were different. Remember, we had our hands up high and low and, all of this other stuff to help. And that was for me. That was for me to get grounded. That was for me to take the nerves off of me. Because the language that I was speaking at first, when I first did podcasts, when I first did radio, when I think about it, I've been in radio now over the span of my career. I've been in radio for 17 years. I've been in media behind the mic for over 17 years. From Sirius Radio to Playboy Radio to having my own radio station to having my own podcast for 17 years, over 17 years. But doing the season of self-love was probably the most scariest, the most nervous that I've ever been, is because this is the space and the place that I had to be my most vulnerable, the most realist that I had to be. Because I knew this was the place that I had to truly be my nakedness at. But then I think about it and I look, but I'm here now 3 years later, 400 episodes later. But not only that, but you all are still here. But not only that, there are thousands of you that are here. But not only that, there are thousands of you that have been changed by this work. There are thousands of you that have told me, that have emailed me, that have sent me messages that this podcast either have changed your life, that this podcast has actually helped you leave the situation, or that this podcast have given you permission to heal. And that is why I do this. That is why I am so happy that I have gifted myself this on my 51st birthday. That I'm so happy that I was obedient when it was said to me at my altar to do this daily. And it wasn't for the numbers. It wasn't for the numbers. And it's not for the numbers. It's not for the downloads. But it's always been for the ripple effect. It's always been for the transformation. It's always been for the lives that are different because we showed up and we did this work together. Throughout the 400 episodes, we've changed. The format has changed several different times. And as we continue to grow and transform, it's going to change as the seasons change, because that is what we're supposed to do. But today I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you because you're the reason that this podcast exists. You're the reason that I keep showing up. You're the reason why 400 episodes happened. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I also want to thank and I want to honor the guests. I want to honor the guests, the incredible voices who have graced the show, the healers, the teachers, the coaches, the therapists, the survivors, the leaders. And I especially Dr. Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness, who has been a cornerstone of this podcast, who I remember in the month of November, the beginning of December. I remember on a Monday morning sitting at my altar saying, if you want me to continue to do this daily, y'all gonna have to send me some help. Y'all gonna have to send me some help, because I feel the work that is required from me, that I'm going to need help. In less than a few hours, this man emailed me. And it was Dr. Will. But not only that, he has shown up again and again and brought his wisdom. He brought his compassion and he brought his truth. So Dr. Will, my still friend, If you are listening, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for those texts. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for this community. There was a lot of times in the beginning when we both were sitting on that couch. He's all the way in Ohio. I'm right here in Vegas. And we had the most momentum conversations on this show. Amazing. And he shared some of the most vulnerable things about himself on this platform. And I thank him for it. And to every guest who has shared their story, their expertise, their vulnerability on this platform, I thank you. Because you help shape what this podcast has become. Now, let me tell you what happened this past month. Because April changed everything for me. For the month of April, I did something different. I paused on having weekly guests. And instead, it was just me and you. It was Mindset Mondays. And we changed Wisdom Wednesdays to Action Wednesdays. Just us. I remember when I thought about that, I remember sitting at my altar and I said, I think I need to change something in April. I said, because I believe we're doing a lot of writing. We're doing a lot of consuming, but I don't think we're doing a lot of action. And I remember thinking that like I want to pause. And I remember me just feeling and hearing, yes, this is the time. But in doing that, it felt so transformative in these past few weeks. And not just for you, but for me. Even though I share all the time, but I got to share my stories in real time. And I know I do it all the time. But it was the green bathroom, the 24 hours awake, the production week, the migraine weekend, the Monday morning altar moments. Through those episodes, I watched transformation happen. I watched you take action. I watched you do the work. I watched you share your stories, your breakthroughs, and your commitments. And I realized something. This format, just you and me, this is the healing. So I did what I always do when I need clarity. I went to my altar. I sat there for a few mornings asking, listening, waiting. And the message was clear. It's time for a new season. It's time for a new format. It's time for a new mission. So here's what I'm announcing today. We are officially entering season 5 of the Season of Self-Love podcast. And season 5 looks different. From now on, this podcast will primarily be just you and me. Just you and I. No more weekly guests. No more interviews as a standard format was. It'll be me sharing my stories, teaching the lessons, guiding you through the work. Mindset episodes, action episodes, real-time healing, practical tools, and live teaching. Will we have occasional guests? Absolutely. Yes. And occasionally Dr. Will drop in. Yes. When there's a specific topic that needs an expert voice, yes. When there's someone whose story needs to be shared, yes. But it won't be the norm. It will be intentional. And it'll be rare. Because what I've learned in all of this is that you don't need more information. You need transformation. You need someone to walk with you through the work. You need practical tools. You need permission. You need a guide. And that's what I'm here to be. I'm not a therapist. I'm a coach. I am a coach. I'm a leader. I'm like a basketball coach. I'm like a track coach. I'm like a dance coach. That's who I am. I'm about making accountability. I'm giving you the tools. I'm giving you that's what I'm giving you, and we working it. Where we're doing the daily exercise to perfect that. And if anything else need the structure or the med, I'm sending you to the med. I'm sending you to the therapist. But I'm taking my assignment seriously. What I said as a little girl is that I wanted to change the world, that I wanted to make the world better. And this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it. Now that I'm at 400, it's time to elevate to another level. And in doing that, now we have to be action. We have to stop talking about it. And now we have to be about it. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Nyomi, we love the guests. Why are you changing? Why are you changing? And I hear you because I love the guests too. I learned so much from my guests. Guests not only brings beautiful perspective, but they brought a different voice, a different language. The guests were teaching us. The guests, they expand our understanding. But here's what I also realized, that sometimes the guests can dilute the directness. That sometimes the guests can add complexity when what you need is clarity. And sometimes you don't need another expert's opinion. You need someone to look you in your eye and say, I've been there. And here's how to do the work. Now let's do it together. So sometimes you need somebody to put their hand out and say, give me your hand, let's go. And see, that was what April showed me when it was just us. When I was sharing in real time the struggles, the breakthroughs, when we were doing the exercises together, when transformation was happening. So I am leaning into that. I am trusting that. I am choosing that. Because in this season, season 5, is more intentional. It's more action. It is no more, I wait until the time is right. The time is now. There's no more consuming content without taking action. We're doing the work. There's no more learning without living. We're applying the lessons now. That's the mission of season 5. That is the mission of season 5. And speaking of the time being now, I still have something else that I wanted to share with you all. Next month, I'm launching something that I've been working on and planning for years. Years, y'all. And on June 23rd, it's finally happening. I can't give you all of the details yet, but I can tell you this, that it's everything that I've been building towards. It's a combination of coaching work, of my self-love work, of my mission to help just people transform from the inside out. And when I tell you that it's going to change lives, it is going to change lives. So I want you to mark your calendars. I want y'all to mark your calendars for June 23rd. And I'm just going to tell you more details coming soon, but just know that it's big, it's powerful, and it is finally time. And I'm so excited. I'm excited. And it's time. It's time. It is time. So let me bring it back because I'm so excited. So let me bring it back to why we're here. We're here because 400 episodes, 3 years, thousands of lives changed. That's not just a number, my people. That is a ripple effect. That is a ripple effect. You see, everyone who listens to this podcast and does the work, they change. And when they change, they affect everyone around them, their partner, their kids, their friends, their coworkers, their community. One person healing creates a ripple, and that ripple spreads. That's what we're building here. That's what this podcast is. That's what this podcast is. That's what the season 5 is all about. We're not just healing ourselves, we're creating a movement. We're changing the world one transform life at a time. And I am so honored to be a part of this with you. So here's my invitation to you. Join me in season 5. Join me in season 5 and show up. Do the work. Take the action. Don't just listen to the episodes. Do the exercises. Don't just hear the stories. Apply the lessons. Don't just consume the content. Live. Live the transformation. Because season 5 is about action. It's about implementation. It's about implementing it all. It's about becoming the person that you're meant to be, not someday, but now. So my next question, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I am. I am ready. So now what can you expect in season 5? More mindset episodes where I share my stories and teach the lessons in real time. More action episodes where we do practical work together, exercise tools, commitments, occasional guest episodes when there's someone whose voice needs to be heard, monthly themes that guide our focus and create momentum and a deeper commitment to you, to your healing, to your growth, to your transformation. This is season 5. This is the new era. This is what we're building. This is what we're building. So let me paint. Let me paint you a picture of what season 5 looks like, all right? So I want y'all to close your eyes. So it's you waking up on Monday morning listening to Mindset episode, right? And you feeling seen. You feeling understood. You feeling like, yeah, that's exactly what I need to hear, right? It's you sitting down on Wednesday with your journal, doing the Action Wednesday exercises and actually doing the work. Not just thinking about it, not just planning to, but actually taking the steps. It's you sharing the episodes with your friends, with your family, with your community, and watching the ripple effect spread. It's you showing up differently in your life because you've been transformed by this work. That's season 5. That's what we're building. That's the vision. Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. All right. So before I close this out, I want to leave you with this affirmation. All right. I want you to repeat this with me out loud if you can. I am ready for season 5. I am ready to do the work. I am ready to take action. I am ready to transform. I am ready to be the ripple effect. The time is not someday. The time is now. I am reclaimed. I am unashamed. I am ready. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, my beautiful people. That's episode 400. That's the announcement. That's the invitation. So, welcome to season 5, my beautiful people. Thank you for these past 3 years. Thank you for the 400 episodes. Thank you for being the reason that this podcast exists. And get ready because June 23rd is coming. Season 5 is here and the best is yet to come. Now, if this episode has resonated with you, I want you to share it, leave a review. Send me a message on Instagram at my personal, The Real Nyomi Banks. And that's spelled Nyomi, spelled Nyomi Banks, or the Season of Self Love podcast. And tell me, are you ready for season 5? So until next time, this is your girlie goddess, Nyomi Banks, reminding you to be good to one another in yourselves and always keep it sexy. I want you to love yourself first so you can love others well. Have an amazing, amazing weekend, and I will see you on our very first Mindset Monday in this new month, in this new season, because this is a good one. This is a good one. Be safe out there, y'all. Have a good one. Hey, if this episode moved you, touched you, or made you think, that's your sign to subscribe. Every Monday and Wednesday, I am right here with you doing the work. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is your girlie goddess, Nyomi Banks. Love yourself first so you can love others well. Have an amazing day. And remember, always keep it sexy.